Hey, what is up, guys? This is Chase here, bringing you my WWE Fastlane predictions and preview podcast, like I promised that I would do with my good friend Ace, the Wrestling Nut. Ace, how's it going, my man?
It's going pretty good. I'm back. This is my most consistent schedule for a while. This is twice in a month now. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. Ace is back and making YouTube videos with me, doing these prediction podcasts. But we're not alone. We're also joined by another YouTuber. You guys know him. He comments on my videos. I comment on his. We're good friends. I've talked about it many times in my Raw reviews that we watch Raw together and we pretty much just make fun of it for the most part. But I am also here with Gold Standard 000. How's it going, my friend?
What's up, everybody? Glad to be here. Should be fun podcast.
Yes, we're going to be talking about WWE Fastlane 2015. Well, one of the worst pay-per-view names I've ever heard in my life. We're going to talk about this eventful 5-match card so far that's announced. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bullshit matches that are going to get put into this. And that's what we're going to start out with, guys, is talk about the rest of the bullshit that will be on this show. Because, okay, it's only 5 matches. You got to think Triple H's promo is going to be at least like 40 minutes long. At least that much time. You know, you have Sting coming down to the ring and everything. So it's going to be a much more match-heavy pay-per-view. So what we're going to do is we're each going to guess one bullshit match. And I'm going to start first. I am going to guess one bullshit match that fell out this card is the newly reformed Primetime Players. A year ago, these two were fucking feuding. Now they're back together. They will reform and face off against the Ascension in a boring tag team squash match. Would you guys agree with that one?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Brendan.
Well, I'm not sure. Like, I'm thinking. Well, I know. This is after SmackDown's aired, right? So I can say what happened.
You can say whatever, Ace. I don't think anyone cares about SmackDown spoilers anymore. I mean, if you were worried about SmackDown spoilers, seriously, get outside.
I don't know. Back in my day, it was a thing, like when Christian lost to Orton. I was pissed. But no, on SmackDown they announced Stardust and Goldust in a match on at the pay-per-view, so we got that to look forward to.
Great.
Okay, but going to your thing, I don't get why they would, like, if you're gonna put the Primetime Players back together, why you'd like put them back together just to lose to the Ascension. Like, I like the Primetime Players. I hope it's just a one-match thing, because I don't know if it's really gonna work now. And I don't know about you guys, but like Darren Young looks so fucking sad with that new beard or whatever he's rocking, like the mutton chops. It looks filthy. Like, it looks.
He kind of reminds.
It's just not the same. Like, they don't have the same. It's like, well, reminds you of who? Sorry.
Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad that the Primetime Players most likely will be jobbing out to the Ascension, because remember at one point the Primetime Players were a hot thing. Like, people were doing the millions of dollars dance, and it would have been a cool WrestleMania sight to see like them come out and do the millions of dollars dance and wrestling fans rejoicing, shaking back and forth, having fun. I mean, they're definitely a fun team. Like, I don't think the Primetime Players are ever going to be considered like one of the greatest tag teams of all time, or even like a rememberable tag team. But they had their moments as a tag team. They definitely got screwed out of tag team titles. Like, I felt they should have been tag team champions. What year of SummerSlam was it? It was the Triple H and Lesnar one. What year was Triple H and Lesnar again? 2012?
2003 years.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah, 2012. I felt they should have won the titles from Air Boom. Remember Air Boom?
Yeah.
That's the whole Abraham Washington thing, right? That was why they got the shaft.
And
right?
he made the Kobe Bryant joke, and that's where.
Yeah. And then he also said on Twitter to vote for Linda or die, which wasn't very friendly. I don't think anyone wants to vote for Linda McMahon as the Senate. All right, Ace, so what's your bullshit match? Do you have one, or do you have a bullshit segment that you want to add in here?
Let's see. Like, I'm trying to think. I was trying to think, because I figured they got to use Rollins or something. Like, Rollins isn't on there. I was thinking, like, in my head they were gonna add like just a 6-man tag and do like the do the Cena guy. What do you call it? The Cena guys. Not Lesnar. Fucking Ryback, Ziggler, and Rowan. I was thinking they'd do a 6-man with Seth and the security.
Yep.
But
that sounds possible.
Or something.
That sounds possible and really bullshit. So I agree with that.
Or the other one I was thinking was.
Hey, name one match. Let Ross get a turn. Let Gold Standard get a turn, you asshole.
I think I know the match that you were gonna say. Miz and Mizdow, correct?
No, actually, it wasn't.
No, but that wasn't. Okay.
Well, so
that was the one that I thought that they were gonna do, but it seems like I don't think they're gonna do a match, but I think they might be on the show. Maybe in a bullshit tag match. Who could they face?
Or are we gonna get a Miz TV segment? Like Miz is gonna.
Yeah, Miz TV. That's what's gonna pre-show. So they might just be there. Other than that, like, where the fuck is Bo Dallas?
Yeah,
like,
seriously, Bo Dallas, man.
Hey, come on, let's bring him back. Let's have him on the show.
Do you think Bo Dallas will come back and inspire some people?
I would hope so.
Oh, Miz and Mizdow, Ross, they can actually face the Los Matadores. I don't think they're doing anything on the show.
There's someone.
Yep.
I'm still laughing from the last predictions podcast when Ace was talking about Justin Gabriel, and then it turns out Justin Gabriel quit the next day. I think Ace.
Okay, right? Was I not spot on with that prediction? I was like, man, might as well. I forget what I said, but I was like, he might as well just leave. Like he's not anything. And sure enough, he must have stopped podcast and quit the next day.
Say the same thing about Eric Rowan. Maybe it'll come true.
Yeah. So let's hope Garbage Man quits one day. He's terrible, man. I'm sorry. I don't know what people find it attractive about Big Red Garbage Man. I mean, this guy can't even hit his own moves correctly. It's just ridiculous. So there you have it, guys. We filled up the Fastlane pay-per-view with a bunch of bullshit. So be ready for primetime players versus the Ascension. The 6-man tag match with J&J Security and Seth Rollins taking on the Cena boys. And I think... Well, Ross, what was your match again? Miz and Mizdow in a tag match?
Or Miz and Mizdow taking on Los Matadores.
Okay, so there you go. That's your Fastlane card. It's very exhilarating. It gets me ready for WrestleMania. Not really whatsoever. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be honest here. I haven't been watching Raw as of late because I've been reading the results and they feel like every episode's kind of been the same. I heard the Go Home show was good. A lot of people were freaking out about one part of the Go Home show, but we'll get there when time comes. Well, let's.
I just want to say quickly. I know for me, I think I fell asleep for 2 hours during Raw. It's like a 3-hour show.
Okay, so let's get started. Let's just talk about Goldust taking on Stardust. Look, I don't care. When Stardust, I think he said in a promo, said that Cody Rhodes is dead and he was done with it. I'm done with you. I'm sorry. I don't get why you want to keep such a talented performer like Cody Rhodes stuck in this makeup. And I get it. A lot of you people love it. A lot of you people think it's funny. And Cody's doing a good job. But to me, it's dumb. It's waste of potential. This guy could be doing these same promos as a psychotic Cody Rhodes. But instead, he's just some weirdo in paint that will be stuck in the freaking jobber division forever. That's just it. The difference is, people, Goldust was ahead of his time. Stardust is just pretty much a copy and paste ripoff of Goldust, except he's just a little bit more zanier, and he's not funny zany. He's just like you. When you watch a Stardust promo, are you laughing? Or are you going along on the ride with it? No, you're sitting there saying, "What the fuck is this douche saying?" That's what you're pretty much doing when you're watching a Stardust promo. So, honestly, I don't care who wins. If Stardust wins, good for him. But they should save this for Mania, in my personal opinion. But I guess I'm just going to predict Stardust. So, yeah. Someone else take away. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. It's depressing me.
I'll go here. I'll say, I think, I'm going to look at it from the half full side of the glass. I kind of thought that this was going to be a way to get rid of Stardust with this whole thing. I know in the thing with Dusty or whatever, he was like, Cody's dead. But I feel like in a way, it's going to be their way of getting back to Cody instead of like staying with Stardust, because there's only so much you can do. And like you were saying, like they've done it all with Goldust, and at least like I don't know, at least with Goldust, there's still like that human element where he's like, "Come on, we're brothers," and he acknowledged him by Cody, so it's like you can connect with that. So hopefully, I think this will lead to him taking off the Stardust pain, because I don't know how much longer they can go with it, honestly. I'm gonna say Stardust wins. I mean, I don't know why Goldust would win, especially if they're doing something with Cody, but who knows? They could just be putting this match on the card to fill time, which is probably what they are doing.
Yeah, like go out there and wrestle for 8 minutes, you two. Copy each other's moves. That's what they're doing.
This match, I don't expect this to be their final match. So I think they're gonna hold back a lot. From the storyline that they've painted to me on TV, it clearly seems like that they want to bring back Cody Rhodes, but it's just a matter of when. I watched SmackDown just a little while ago, and Goldust was like, "I want my brother back." So they're really focusing a lot on that element of this, this story. So it's making me think that they're gonna bring Cody back, and that's what they should do. Stardust, I think it's a good character in theory, but can only go so far, and especially in a PG environment, like you can't do all this crazy shit to really
maximize it,
elongate the character and make it, live up to what it could be.
Oh yeah, so, if WWE was TV-14, I would think Stardust would be great if it was TV-14, or at least if they were a little bit more edgy with their PG, because like you said, like in this kid family friendly environment, a character like Stardust, it's just going to be a bunch of mumble jumble, and with Bray Wyatt already on the roster, taking up all those mumble jumble promos. I mean, seriously, do we need another guy that's speaking mumble jumbo? I mean, no, we don't. We need these guys to feel different. I mean, the only difference between Bray Wyatt and Cody Rhodes is that Bray Wyatt's fat and Stardust is wearing paint. That's the only difference between these two.
It's funny how earlier Ross said the picture they're painting, like the creative team's a bunch of artists and they've been working on it for years. So what they're trying to tell me is that
they're trying. Keyword: the creative team is trying here, folks.
As for prediction for the match, I'm gonna go Stardust, but I could see this being like one of those matches where it's like a DQ, where Goldust or Stardust like just snaps in the middle of the match.
Yeah. All right. So there you have it, guys. There's Stardust and Goldust. Leave your predictions down below. All right. Next up, we have the there we go. The Usos taking on the Masters of the WWE, the Brass Ring Club, as I like to call them, What Dream, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro with Natalya. I don't know why Natalya and Naomi are at ringside, but they fucking are, so I guess there's eye candy for you guys there. But, yeah, this is going to be the typical, let's open the show with this match. It's going to be a good match. It's 4 good talents, and the Usos are going to retain after a bunch of super kicks and a Flan Uso Mako. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, I heard one name that I don't know, what do you call it? I don't know too much about Tyson. I heard a name, the Swinging Cats. Like, I get the swinging part, but where does Tyson get the cat part from?
Ace, on Total Divas, apparently Tyson Kidd loves his cats more than Natalya.
Gizmo, right?
Yeah, Gizmo. Gizmo the cat.
There you go. Okay, so that's where they get it from. Yeah, I don't see them winning right now. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want them to win, but I don't know, like, people are really excited about this tag team, and I mean, it's something new, which I'm all for, but I'm not behind it yet. Like, I mean, they've only been together, like a month or something? Like, I don't know, it could be good, and I mean, I think there was just too much hype around it initially. Like, I remember the week after they debuted, like, Mick Foley was tweeting, like, this is going to be the tag team of 2015, and it's like, let's just wait and see. Was before, like, they're Adam Rose's fucking spandex buddies, and they're gonna be tag team. Like, come on. No, yeah, it'll be a good match. They'll let them go out there for 15 minutes because they're gonna have to fill the card, and yeah, the Usos will retain. maybe at Mania they win, or they do some big clusterfuck with like the Ascension and Mizdow or whatever. But we'll see. I'm gonna say Usos too, though.
I think this will be a good match, but my problem with these tag matches is it's just a match. Like, why do I care? Sure
but Ross, they went on a double date and it went AWire. I mean,
it had one segment, and I'm supposed to care about.
Yeah.
No, it's not how it works. They gotta build a story like between the teams, like have it build up to something. Like the APA would have just like tag team feuds about just like random shit, and it would be fine. We don't get that anymore, so it's really hard to care.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure it'll be a good match because both teams are really good in the ring. I've seen them wrestle each other quite a few times already, so it's like, it'll be better, but I've seen them do a lot before, so that's the problem. They need to have more tag teams as well, but Usos are going to retain easily. It's just too soon to give Kid and Cesaro the belts, I think.
Yeah, and also, like, giving Ken Cesaro the belts, like, what's it do? Just bring people's hopes up even, like, higher to expect? I mean, because if you give them the belts, then people are going to be like, oh, that means they're really behind these two. It's like, no, they probably just gave them the belts because they had nothing else for these guys to do, and they probably wanted the Usos to go have more feuds with them until the road to WrestleMania. Like, that's pretty much the only reason why you would give them the belts. But while we were watching TakeOver last week, our good friend Ace brought up something very interesting. It was during the main event. And during the main event of TakeOver, Ace was also watching the main event of SmackDown. He was watching SmackDown because in Canada, you get it earlier. Apparently, SmackDown comes on Wednesdays in Canada. And so Ace brought up an interesting point, and it was the most random thing. Keep in mind, Ross and I totally forgot Ace was watching SmackDown. But Ace, what did you say to us that you wanted to be?
Oh, okay, I remember this. So I was watching the Turmoil match, and it was when Bryan and Reigns were fighting like the entire roster or whatever, and it was the part of the Usos match. And I don't know, I was watching, I think it was one of the Usos, I don't know which one it was, but I was watching one of the Usos, and I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, how cool would it be to be one of the Usos? Like, think about it right now, like, let's say Jimmy Uso, because he's the one that's married to Naomi, right? So let's see this. You're traveling with your wife. You're wrestling with your brother. You've known him for your entire life. It'd be so cool. You're going up and down the road and just having a blast. Like, going out every night. Your dad's about to go into the Hall of Fame. And it'd be just cool. And I know we should have been watching, or I should have been paying attention to the main event of TakeOver, but it was just, I don't know, I just want to be an Uso sometimes.
You brought up a good point, though, Ace. It would be cool to be an Uso. I mean, not only that, you get segments with John Cena, and you do get merchandise, and you seem to appeal to the kids, but, yeah, so it would be kind of cool to be an Uso.
You get to do that cool dance every night.
Speaking of the Usos dance, have you guys noticed that they don't even try to do it anymore? Like, they just kind of, like, half-ass it. They're just kind of like, oh, whatever, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, if we make more noise, nobody knows. Well, I mean, honestly, nobody knows the actual, like, apparently it's like a tribal dance or whatever. No one's gonna call BS on Twitter and be like, they moved their knees first. Everyone knows in some... Like, no one's gonna call them on it.
I don't know. I remember the Usos and their little documentary that they had, 15 Miles to Houston.
They explained it. I forget what it was.
Yeah, they said that the Samoan community was very upset with them.
Oh, really? Because they were fucking it up?
Yeah, apparently.
Horrible people. Maybe I don't want to be an Uso.
All because that Ace changes his mind. Alrighty then. Let's move on to the next match. Intercontinental title match. Bad News Barrett versus Dean Ambrose. For some reason, people are into this. I don't get it. I don't get why you guys are okay with Dean Ambrose being settled with mediocrity. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but to me, Dean Ambrose has the potential to be like one of their best stars in the company. This guy is fun to watch. He's funny. He has a good look to him. I mean, he can bulk up a little bit more, but he just has something different than most roster guys have. You know, it's just like this guy could actually be something for this company. And instead of like saying, you know what, Dean Ambrose, we'll give you a big feud at Mania, you're pairing him with Wade fucking Barrett. Like, really? Like, Dean Ambrose's now motivation after, like, wanting to kill his best friend and take down this psycho and Bray Wyatt, it's like, now his motivation is like, oh, I want my picture on the wall in Stamford, Connecticut at the WWE headquarters. Like, how stupid is that?
You know how you do that? Beat Brock Lesnar. That's how you get your picture.
Yeah, why do you want to be IC champ? I don't get why people are on board with this. Like, I get it if a lot of you guys just like it because you think it would be a good matchup between Ambrose and Barrett. That's fine. But I just don't get why people are okay with Dean Ambrose being stuck in mediocrity when this dude could be doing so much more at Mania. So I just don't feel it.
I was gonna say, in a way though, it's like we watch like a product now that's nobody wants to see. Like, okay, let's say you switched out Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, and let's say Dean won the Rumble, and let's just say you didn't do the Bryan thing and it was just Dean and Brock. I think people would be happier about it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we watch a WWE now that everybody wants really for the underdog to succeed, right? So if they just handed Dean everything, I feel like he'd get the Roman Reigns treatment.
Oh, no, I'm not saying hand him everything. I'm saying, give him, like, a better matchup. Like, a guy like Dean Ambrose, who's supposed to be the future of this company, is really, like, the best course of action having him face off against Bad News Barrett.
No, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying, like, in a way where if you hold Dean back enough, eventually he's going to get that fan base that Bryan got last year, and everyone's going to be like, okay, you know, we're sick of Dean facing fucking Bad News Barrett every week, and, you know, and eventually that's going to get so loud, because that's the only way to get babyface stars over anymore, I feel like, is to
hold them down.
So until they can't hold them down anymore. Because what happens when they actually push a babyface? Look at Roman Reigns. Like, before he had won anything, people were like, oh, this guy's cool. Oh, he's going to be the next star. The second the Shield splits up, and it's like, okay, well, if you guys liked him so much, here, we'll put him up there. They're like, no, we don't want him anymore. That's true. They always want what they can't have in a way, you know? Like, so I think, like, it's, in a weird way, it's kind of good for Dean, because people are talking. Like you, for instance, right now, you're saying, like, oh, Dean should be featured more, and eventually he will be. Just for now, people aren't. You know, are just gonna have to sit through his Barrett matches, which won't, like, the match won't be bad, like you were saying. But.
Yeah, it won't be bad. I just don't frankly care about this feud. How I see this match ending, I see it ending in like most Dean Ambrose matches. Some stupid finish that'll piss me off. That'll just be like, what the fuck did I just watch? And Barrett will win. Because Dean Ambrose has still, and I will repeat this until he fucking wins. Ever since the Shield breakup, and ever since he become a single star, he has not won a fucking match. That's what pisses me off the most.
Like, I guess not on pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view, yeah.
Yeah, he lost to Wyatt the 2 times, lost to the Rumble, obviously. Lost to every fucking match to Seth he lost. You're right.
Yeah. And to me, like, pay-per-views, those are like the events where you kind of like help stars out. You know, you kind of give the stars those wins, and it's like, you know, because I feel more eyes are on the product when it's a pay-per-view than it is on like a Monday Night Raw, in my personal opinion. Because I feel like pay-per-views, like, people like the fact that like the titles are on the line or some shit like that. So yeah, I just feel like you got to give Ambrose a win, but I just see it being something stupid. Like, it's just going to be like an ending where it's just like, oh my god, it's a typical Dean Ambrose ending where they either make Ambrose look really, really stupid, or Ambrose is just like, fuck it, I don't care, and he just hits the dude with the chair or the belt or something and shows that he's crazy.
I still haven't gotten over that stupid fucking TV exploding. That was so stupid. Like, oh man, that was brutal. Well, obviously, if Dean wins the belt, I feel like it won't be till Mania. That could even be like a good way to kick off the show. Let's say you have Dean and Barrett go like 10 minutes, have Dean win it. At least it's, you know, I mean, it's not a huge WrestleMania moment like you were saying, but it's something, right, to be able to say.
Yeah, I mean, Dean Ambrose's theme hits is like, that's a good way to kick off Mania.
It's a completely different scenario, but I even think back to like Mania 18 when Van Dam beat
Regal.
Regal title. Like I can still remember that. What, like 12 years later now? So if that happens at Mania, I think that'd be something we could remember for a while. But for Fastlane, it's filler till we get there. DQ finish, or Barrett rolls him up, or maybe he uses handcuffs because he used handcuffs, or I don't know, something stupid. But Barrett will keep the title.
Now, I'm gonna go a little different here. This feud absolutely sucks, but Ambrose has made it somewhat enjoyable because of like little things that he's been able to do, and like the SNL, or no, what was it, the thing he was making fun of the SNL thing on Raw, or something, or Brian Williams or whatever he was.
Who is that? I have no idea what that is. Like I was wondering when Heyman, like everyone's going off about Heyman, saying I have no idea who that guy is. I'm just like, apparently he lied or something. Is all I know.
Something I don't know all the details.
Yeah, we're not a political podcast, people. Go freaking Google that.
Yeah, no. I have no idea. So I was
Google, Yahoo, Bing, whatever the fuck search engine you like to use.
But I actually think Ambrose is gonna win here, and I know logic would say probably not, but
there's no such thing as logic when it comes to WWE, Ross.
Yeah, things have happened. Like if you remember the Ziggler and Miz feud over the summer, that title belt changed hands so many times. So it's not like it's against the law to do that kind of thing. I think the people of having Ambrose win the title here, and then he drops it like a week or two later, and then Ambrose wins it back at Mania. Like I could totally see them doing that.
So, that would be shitty, but yeah, I can see that too.
So I'm thinking they're gonna have Ambrose win the belt here, because when I'm thinking of who's gonna win all these matches, it seems to me like we're not going to get a lot of feel-good moments on this show. Yeah. And I think they're going to want to throw the fans a bone here and let Ambrose win. So.
Yeah, because we're definitely not going to get a feel-good moment with the Divas match at all. It's Nikki Bella and Paige. I think we can all agree that this match could be good. They had a good main event match that you can't even watch because UK's all like, fuck you guys. You can't even watch main event anymore. But they had a good main event match, apparently, which Paige won, which got her this title shot. Paige was naked on Raw, and apparently the internet exploded. And so I was just like, why was she naked? And I saw she had a towel around her waist. And really, to be honest, it was barely disappointing. It didn't feel like there was anything popping from that towel at all. I was expecting a lot more, but a lot of the internet exploded. You know, if Sasha Banks was around that towel, I would probably be jerking off, but that's another time and another place. But when it comes down to this match, could be good, but Paige ain't winning. Nikki's going to hold because she's the fearless one and all that other stuff. It's like, I just want to say this. It's like, they could have done so much more with this feud. Like, you could have done a little bit more interesting stuff, but it's just kind of like, they make fun of her skin. Like, the Bella's like, they're not even like good mean girls, the Bellas. Like I like Brie Bella comes off as like the nicest person in the world. If you hear her interviews and all this other stuff, it's just like Brie Bella seems like the nicest person in the world. And like the best insults these girls can come up with is like, oh, she's pale. Like, yeah, we know Paige is fucking white as hell. Can you guys come up with better insults? It's just like it's like what Ross said. I think Ross said it like probably like about I think during the Paige and AJ feud. No, like after the Paige and AJ feud, Ross was like, oh, looks like the Divas division's back in the same place. Bunch of random matches that no one cares about with a bunch of pay-per-view matches that no one cares about. He said that like about 8 months ago, and it's true. It's true. That's what the Divas division is. I mean, you'll get a good match every once in a while, but other than that, nothing. This storyline, we've seen it before. We've seen the Bellas being mean to girls. We've seen Paige like beat up all the other divas. Like I frankly just don't care. It's just because like Paige's character randomly turns face for whatever the fuck reason. Nikki Bella's character is friends with Brie Bella's character after she clearly told Brie to die in the woo. Die in the woo.
How do you forgive someone after that?
Yeah, seriously. And Brie was crying and made a weird noise. Stuff like that.
It's like the worst thing you could say to somebody. Like,
I wish you died in the womb, and now they're all friends and stuff like that. That's the thing. It's just like I just don't care about the storyline. I mean, the match could be good. I ain't gonna deny it. The match could be really, really good between these girls. But I just don't care. I don't care who wins. And for that, I'm not giving a prediction. Paige could win. Good for her. Guess what she's going to be doing? Random fucking matches that I don't care about. Nikki can win. And guess what she's going to be doing? Random matches I couldn't care about. I mean, I'm not asking for perfect Diva storylines. And I get it. There's a lot of people on here for whatever reason like to defend the Divas division to their grave. They like to say, like, oh, the Divas, man. They have great stuff. I don't know what you talking about, Chase. They do great things. And I won't deny it. They definitely can put on great matches. But when it comes to storylines, none of these storylines are interesting. They're just copy-paste storylines with no effort and no time put into them whatsoever. So for that, I don't care who wins. Either Diva can win, and it will be fine with me. I'm not going to be pissed off. And I probably won't even talk about it in my review. If I do talk about it, I'll just be like, yeah, it was a good match or a bad match.
I love how you're in protest.
What, man? Okay, I'm sorry, man. I went from a Divas division with great storylines with Mickie James and Trish Stratus and Victoria and Stacy Keibler. Even Tori Wilson could get a good storyline, for fuck's sake. If Tori Wilson's dumbass can get a storyline, then why can't any of these idiotic divas?
And when, what was it? She slept with her dad, Dawn Marie.
Yeah. Yeah, Al Wilson, rest in peace.
That was great. I missed that.
Hell, Nydia had a great storyline, man. I mean, come on, man. Like, Ace, are any of these, like, Diva storylines worth your fucking time?
No. Well, first off, there aren't any. I guess the Bellas had, like, a decent one, but they just... See, like, originally I thought they were... I remember you and I were talking about it back in, when they first had Nikki turn on there, and it's like, oh, okay, they could possibly have a WrestleMania match for the title, right? Because it's the Divas title, first off. And, you can put pretty much anybody in there and it'll be fine. And then they did it, like, 2 months later at Hell in a Cell. So, and I don't know. I think, I'm going to say Nikki wins, because I feel like they could do Brie and Nikki at Mania. They probably won't, because... But like, it doesn't make any sense why Brie would have just gone back to Nikki, especially like...
It was all a secret plan all along. She's been planning this.
It looks so weird, too, that like... I mean, I know it's, there's no such thing as kayfabe anymore, but like both Cena and Bryan, we know it's on TV that they're with the Bellas, and like, we're supposed to like Cena, we're supposed to like Cena and Bryan, but we're supposed to hate their girlfriends, like... Doesn't make any sense, but Nikki's probably gonna win. I probably shouldn't have even gave a prediction, Chase. You're right.
I don't give a fuck either.
You're gonna be the only one that made a prediction. Come on, I can't be alone.
Paige could win the match, and I'd be like, all right, whatever. Paige could win the match, and I'd be like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, it just wouldn't matter to me. The Divas division, it's like Chase said earlier, it's a bunch of just random feuds, but every once in a while, they give you hope, like AJ Lee and Caitlyn, or AJ Lee and Paige. They give you a little bit of glimmer.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe they're actually going to do some more stuff for the Divas, and then they go right back to the same old shit.
Yeah.
So,
that'll happen when Charlotte debuts on the main roster.
Yeah.
Everyone's
when she debuts, everyone's gonna go ape shit. Like, oh my god, she's gonna do great. People were saying the same thing about Paige, and look where that turned out.
It'll be funny if Charlotte has like the same type of title win that Paige did a year ago, and like Charlotte falls down the same road, because like you said, like sometimes they'll give you hope because like they'll actually put time and effort into these Divas feuds. Like they'll give like Paige a character, it's like, okay, this character's interesting. Or they'll give AJ a character like she did with the Caitlyn feud, where it's like, okay, this AJ character is actually interesting. That was like the only time I was like really a huge AJ Lee fan when she was feuding with Caitlyn, because I liked the AJ Lee character that was feuding with Caitlyn. But then afterwards, they just kind of was like, trying to transition that AJ Lee character to the other divas. And I was like, no. It worked better with Caitlyn because we know the history that AJ Lee and Caitlyn have. It doesn't work if AJ Lee's doing this to fucking Naomi, who is dancing with Brodus Clay. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. So that's the thing. Same with Paige. I mean, it worked with the AJ Lee character because of what you set up beforehand. It doesn't work if Paige does the same shit to Alicia Fox.
In all honesty, though, like, I mean, we're giving the Divas shit for not, having like a long, great creative storyline. But in their defense, do they even really do it for like the main events half the time? Or, like I feel like just all around, it's just everything just feels so thrown together. Well, like, obviously, it's very glaring in the Divas case, but like even like we were saying with Dean Ambrose and Bad News Barrett, it all kind of feels it's not organic. It just feels like
but at least the difference is between that Ace is like it doesn't feel like a waste of time. Like you feel like you can get some potential out of it. It's like here's the thing, Nikki improved the fuck out of the ring. I don't care what any of you Bella haters say. She's improved in the ring. Paige is actually a pretty good talent. And it's like, instead of using these guys and trying to do something with them to create entertaining TV, they don't do anything to create entertaining TV. They just give us boring crap that we've seen for months now. At least with, like, yes, Ambrose and Barrett, there's some boring crap, but at least they'll give Dean Ambrose the microphone or Bad News Barrett the microphone to talk. I mean...
And you've got hope, too, that eventually Dean Ambrose will reach, the main event. With the Divas, it's like, think of it this way, like, Paige and Nikki Bella are the top two Divas. Like, they can't go any higher, so it's like, and if that's the highest they can go, it's like, fuck me. Like,
yeah. We talked way too long about the fucking Divas. Don't worry, guys. We will talk long about the other subjects, especially one. The United States Championship match. Oh, this match I'm so looking forward to. I don't give a fuck who wins. It's just going to be hilarious either way. Rusev versus John Cena. Oh my goodness. This match is funny as hell. This match is so funny. The build up to it has been Cena-esque. It's just like every John Cena feud. You're not a man until you fight me. You gotta go through me. You gotta go through the champ. The champ is here. And Rusev doing his usual, and like speaking in Bulgarian or whatever he's doing. Like, oh my god, this is going to be an interesting matchup. Hopefully without a predictable finish. Hopefully there's no DQ finish. I want a clear-cut winner. And I don't care if that means you're giving John Felix Anthony Cena a United States title. As much as I think it's dumb as fuck that a lot of you people are saying, oh, Cena will bring prestige back to that U.S. title, and a lot of you people are on board with Cena winning the title, I don't care. Just the reaction of John Cena being U.S. champion to me sounds absolutely hilarious. And the reaction you guys will give us once he brings back that U.S. spinner belt. Oh my god. I don't know why you guys like that belt. Like, you guys hate on the WWE spinner, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, the U.S. spinner is cool now? Like, what the fuck? I mean, if you guys are down with that, that's cool. And just know I'm not fully down with it. I just want to see the hilarity of people, one, complaining that Rusev got buried, two, people excited that John Cena is United States champion again and possibly bringing back the spinner, and three, Cena versus Rusev feud continuing till WrestleMania and them trying to book that shit. So you know what? I don't care. I know Cena's not going to walk out as champion. I know Rusev and Cena's going to end in some stupid DQ way, but I don't give a fuck. If WWE wants me to have the greatest time on the internet, and especially want to make up the wrongs for not having Randy Orton on television, you give John Cena that United States title for my damn enjoyment.
I didn't know people didn't like both of the spinner belts. I like okay, for the US, I liked the US and I liked the WWE. A lot of people didn't. I thought it worked. It got old after a while, but whatever. I'd be up. I don't think he'll bring back the spinner though. It just wouldn't work with him now. I feel like if he won, we're talking. If
the best spinner belt though was the Rated R Superstar one. I know Chase will disagree, but
I didn't like that. It was too weird.
That was a terrible belt. The best spinner belt was the Miz belt.
That wasn't even
upside down. That was
bad.
Anything with Edge is terrible to me. Hey, just saying, guys. People blame John Cena for bringing back the Authority. If Edge wasn't in the ring, Just saying. Just saying. It's all Edge's fault.
Dick.
And it's all Edge's fault why the Ascension debuted on the main roster. So, just saying, guys, Edge brings more bad in professional wrestling than good.
Edge.
How is he a WWE Hall of Famer?
Man.
Like, at this moment in time. I understand that when I'm 40 years old and Edge gets into the Hall of Fame, but how is he a Hall of Famer right now? It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. But they jumped the gun. We're getting off topic, but they jumped the gun on the Hall of Famers. It's like, like Michaels made sense, but I still feel like he could have waited a little bit. Anyways, Cena Rusev. I was gonna say something, I forget now because we got pretty off track. But yeah, I know what you mean. I don't want it to be a predictable DQ finish. I feel like that's what's gonna happen. I am really excited for this match, though. Ironically enough, this is probably the most excited I've been for a U.S. title match maybe since John Cena last held the belt.
Were you spacing Orlando Jordan?
Well, maybe not that much, but Jesus, maybe that was
what? Jesus?
He got stabbed in a fucking bar.
You went to go film the Marine, motherfuckers.
When I was a kid, I was so into that. I was like, how the fuck could he stab him in a night? I didn't even know what a nightclub was.
Wait, didn't you write a letter?
Are you kidding? I wrote like two, like my dad. I made my dad write one. Oh, man. I was so into that storyline, man. Fucking, I wanted Cena to come back, win that championship, say fuck. See, that's the thing, like, that was a mid-card feud. That was, less than what JBL was doing. And still, like, I look back on that and I'm so happy. And I'm like, yeah, that was awesome. So hopefully this is something Cena's definitely not a mid-carder, but at least we're talking about the U.S. title, right? Like,
I don't think we're not talking about the champion. We're just talking about the fact that Cena can make the belt spin again.
That is true.
We're not talking about Rusev. Like literally, I remember someone in my Q&A said, "Oh, what do you think about the John Cena match?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's what it is. It's the John Cena match." I mean, I'll be honest here. I'm not really the biggest Rusev fan. I think he's good. I think he can do some good things in the ring, but it's just he's not being talked about at all in this match. I think people are just talking about the factor of John Cena.
That Cena could win the title. Yeah, do you think this match, because people have been thinking about this match for a while, do you think this match would be as big if Rusev never won the title and it was just Cena and Rusev?
Yeah, but it would just be people worrying that if Cena would bury him, which is still the same worry in this match. It's like people are heading into this match it's like a 50-50 split. There's 50% of the people that, I don't know what's going on. I think the IWC is turning upside down or something. Because a lot of people, and I've read this on Lords of Pain, a lot of people now are on the John Cena train. It's weird. A lot of people are like down with Cena winning the U.S. title. So there's a 50% of people who want to see Cena as the U.S. champ. But then there's 50% of them that are saying we don't want Rusev to get buried. So this match is kind of like one of those matches where it's like, that's why I find it hilarious to me, because it's just such an indecisive match where it's just like if Cena wins, it's not only just another LOL Cena wins moment, it's just LOL period, because you're just going to have all these random arguments like, oh, why Cena shouldn't have won, and why Rusev should have still been champion, and all valid arguments, but, it's just funny to me.
I think my official prediction will be a DQ, or Cena will throw Rusev into the thing and they'll both get counted out.
The shoulder shove.
There you go. Yeah, no, there's not going to be a clean finish. Maybe Mania. See, it would be kind of, what would be kind of cool actually is if, like, let's say Rusev beat him clean, and then you go into Mania, and then you have Cena. No, but then Cena just wins at Mania, so, yeah, you're going to need a DQ. I think if you're pulling for Rusev, and if you want him to look good after this feud, you probably want a DQ here. I feel like that's the best way to go, because then at least at Mania, you can have him, like cheat and put him in the camel clutch, or not the camel, what's he called? The acolyte. So I feel like here's just going to be a DQ.
All right.
I think this feud sucks. It's garbage. Like,
be honest,
Cena, you can't beat me. I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, it's a typical Cena feud. What do you expect?
I could defeat you. I could defeat everybody. I'm John Cena. Like, it's the same shit. Like, they're not doing anything different. Cena has an eye injury. Let's focus on that. Let's give him some weakness or some sort. So it looks like he has to overcome the odds because that's what had happened with like pretty much every Cena storyline. And it's just garbage. Like they're not really putting any effort into it. They're just relying on the fact that it's Cena going for the U.S. title facing a guy who's undefeated. So that's all they got really, and they just filled in the predictable elements. This match though, I think it could be really good.
Yeah.
Cena usually works well with big guys. Like he even gave Khali a pretty good match at like One Night Stand 08.
Yeah, 07 I think it was.
Or no, 07.
Yeah, 07.
The match, that match was actually pretty good. That was Khali's best match like ever.
Wait, you're telling me Triple H couldn't carry Khali to a good match, but Cena did?
Yeah.
Oh, Triple H is not happy with you, sir. You apologize.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm just gonna cut to the point. I could definitely see a DQ, but I'm gonna go with they either use the flag or some powder or some makeup, whatever. Like it'll have to do with Cena's eye. They'll hit him in the eye with something, and that'll allow Rusev to put the accolade or something. And either I don't think he'll get pinned, Cena, but I think maybe he gets put an accolade and he tries to break out, but it's just too much and he passes out because Cena's not gonna tap out.
It's just not tapping out.
Yeah, no one taps out to the accolade. Everyone passes out for America. Because most Americans never want to quit.
You know what actually would get me really invested in this feud? If Rusev attacked Tony from that would get me invested in this feud.
Tony.
You're making me want to bust out that game. I think I saw it.
I hate MVP.
Better than Utopia. Now that's a Cena storyline I would watch. Better than Utopia.
Yeah, I would.
That was a great storyline. I love that storyline.
So pissed because oh man, the 5 count bugged me so much. Like
I love that. He was like, yeah, better than Utopia rules. I can only lose by a 5 count. It's like, okay. That's great heel heat. And I just love how it's like better than Utopia. It's like that's MVP's catch. Tony. God damn. Tony from SBR 09. Where the fuck are you? Alrighty then. So now, here's a quick question for you guys. Will we see the return of Randall Keith Orton finally?
I hope so. I really hope so.
See, and this is coming from Ace, who's not the biggest Randy Orton fan in the world.
Like, if you had asked me this 2 years ago, I would have been like, man, keep him out. I hate him. But, like, I don't know if it's his vines or what it is, but I just want him back so bad. You know what's so dumb? It feels like the second the vines caught on, they were like, yup, let's just take him off TV.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? You don't even watch wrestling. We're in love with the Randy Orton vines. Like, but it feels so empty without him there. Like, you feel like something's missing.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. It's like, because like, okay, I'm just gonna be honest here. He could have returned at so many different times.
There's been like 20 occasions.
Yeah, like you look at let's say for example, Survivor Series. Take out Garbage Man in the match, put in Randy Orton. Nope, let's not do that. He was backstage, but screw that. You look at that TLC match. Randy Orton could have came out and saved the day, but no, Roman Reigns came out. And then later on, the last New Year Raw or whatever fucking bullshit, the New Year's Eve Raw. You could have had Randy Orton, come out, hear voices, and, save the day. The Authority would never come back. Didn't do that. You could have him come back at the Royal Rumble. People would have went ape shit. Didn't do that. And now it's like we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like, when the fuck are you guys going to bring this guy back on TV? I mean, there is something missing. Randy Orton, for whatever reason, is now a favorite of the IWC. The hardcore fans like him. Like, I think a lot of people like Randy Orton now. I mean, yeah, you're going to get people saying, oh, he's still fucking boring. And yeah, that's true. Randy Orton's still fucking boring. No one's going to deny that. But you miss him. You actually miss Randall Keith Orton. You actually want to see what this guy is going to do.
Like, I literally can't believe it. For me, I started to, go on a downline at Orton with the whole 2010 year. When he turned face, it was just weird and boring. And then he beat Christian, and I was pissed about that. And then he just fought Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett for 2 years on SmackDown. That's all I remember from and he lost to Kane at Mania, and that's all I remember. 2 years he fought Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, and he lost to Kane at WrestleMania. That's it. It's when he came back in 2013, I was like, okay, this is good. This could work, right? And now it just feels so empty, like something's missing. And it was funny because we were making fun of him before Mania and saying he was like a ghost, and you could have done this match. You could have just done Batista and Bryan if you wanted for the title. Orton didn't even need to be there. And now it's just man, it's he's not there, and you need him there, and you miss him so much. And I can't believe I'm saying it because it's Randy Orton, but fuck,
Yeah, I miss Orton a lot too. The WWE, you can definitely see that they're relying on Kane and Big Show a lot because they don't have the star power, because Randy Orton's not there, because Sheamus is not there. They're oh well, we got Big Show and Kane, let's just use them. Randy Orton, when I was really getting more knowledgeable about wrestling, Randy Orton was my favorite wrestler. So he'll always have a special place for me. I don't think he's my favorite wrestler now, but it's just crazy. I got really tired of him. Maybe not as quickly as Ace did, but probably around the Christian feud. I could definitely see there where I was starting to get a little bit annoyed with him.
That 2010 year was real for me. I don't know, when he was fighting Edge without the wrist tape. It just looks
yeah. So I'm glad that you know what. I understand that he was really red hot, but at the same time, when he left, it was kind of maybe he does kind of need to leave, because when you think about it now, in retrospect, people really want to see him back. It's
that
has been a really good thing for Orton. It's been a resurgence of him, and when he comes back, finally, people are gonna lose their mind.
Dude. I think he'll
gonna happen here. No.
Yeah.
I hope it happens.
I think they're gonna want to save it for Raw the next night.
I hope it happens. I hope Seth Rollins comes out and he does his usual I'm the one who ended the Shield. No one's better than me. Yeah. And then all of a sudden Randy Orton comes out and beats the shit out of J&J security. So let's hope for a Randy Orton return. I really need it. I really need Orton in my life. As you guys know, #1 Randy Orton fan here on YouTube. Fuck you, Justin Peck. And OTR Central is now trying to jump on the Randy Orton bandwagon. Schlag Daddy, come on. You made a video saying why Randy Orton sucks. Come on, man. You can't be into the construction worker beard, the sleeve tattoos, and all that other nonsense right now. Okay? So just saying. But all joking aside, we all want Randy Orton back. And if you guys don't want Randy Orton back, I don't know what you people want. I seriously don't. I mean, just ridiculous. All right.
Happy with Kane and Big Show fighting.
Yeah, Kane and Big Show, man. That's a dream team right there. That's what you guys want to see. And you know what's sad? My friend actually said this at the Royal Rumble. He's like, dude, Chase, it's so sad that I had to see The Rock beat up Kane and Big Show in 2015. Think about that. You were watching The Rock kick Kane and Big Show's ass in 2001. And now it's 2015, and you're still excited about seeing that. That is kind of sad if you think about it.
How has that been?
I mean, no offense to Rhino. Rhino is definitely a good performer, but it's sad. I'm just saying. I'm just going to be going against the grain. I know people are going to say I'm being negative or whatever, but it's the truth. It's sad as fuck. People are excited Rhino's back into WWE on NXT.
Why is he on NXT? I saw that on. I didn't hear what the tapings are. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. I didn't watch it. Fucking everyone can yell at me. I don't care. I didn't watch it. I saw it on Facebook and it said Rhino's back. And why the fuck is he in NXT? That's stupid. That is dumb as shit. I'm what? I'm sorry. I don't get that. Why? I'm dumbfounded. He's like fucking 40. See, the next generation of WWE, he's like 40 years old. I don't get it.
Yeah, no, I don't get why people are all hyped up that he's back. It's like, okay, it's cool that, like, okay, I get it for the first match, but people are actually saying, like, oh, it's so great Rhino's back. I mean, he's such a wonderful performer. Like, where the fuck were you guys when he was, like, doing this shit in TNA? Y'all were saying Rhino sucks in TNA.
Well, I find whenever a legend is in TNA from WWE...
Oh, okay, what? Are you calling Rhino a legend?
No, but, like...
You said legend!
When I say whenever a legend goes to TNA, everyone's like, oh, like Ric Flair, Hogan's there. They're like, oh, man, that's awful. The second they come back to WWE, it's like, oh, my God, Ric Flair's back. Or, oh, my God, Hogan's back. So I feel like...
Honestly, a lot of the reasons that they think that, I think, is because the way TNA uses them.
Yeah, that's true.
Hogan and Sting there, like, all the time. They're just, like, thrown out there like regular guys on the roster. And WWE, they're actually treated as they're important. And they don't need to rely on them all the time.
That is true, yeah.
Yeah, and also, like, keep in mind, people, Rhino was, like, EC3's bitch this past year. And now y'all are, like, loving him. Y'all were mad when he was feuding with EC3, but now y'all love him. Well, I don't know if people were mad if he was feuding with EC3. I don't really hear much people's thoughts on TNA, so there you have it. Hey, guys, want to predict TNA?
I haven't watched a TV show since, like... What was the Jeff Hardy Austin Aries bound for Glory?
2012.
That was like 2 years ago. Holy shit.
Oh, shit. Before we get on to the next segment, because the next segment does feature a former TNA champion. Ace, can you name me the champions currently in TNA?
It's either Rude or... No, it's not Rude or Lashley, because I heard that Kurt Angle won the title.
Yes. Kurt Angle is TNA World Champion. Yes, that's correct.
I don't think that's aired yet, because they taped, like, fucking 2 months in advance.
Oh, shit. Sorry, spoiler alert.
I don't think people are upset if you spoil them.
I think it's not the global... It's the TV title. Do they even have that?
No, they got rid of that.
It's going. Is Jesse still tag champions with... What's his name?
Robbie E.
Robbie, are they still tag champs?
No, Ross, is the Wolves back as tag champions, or is it still the whatever their names are? James Storm's group.
I think it is James Storm. I was originally going to say Wolves, but I think it was Storm's group.
Okay, Storm's group to Rebellion. It's Storm and Abyss.
Oh, I thought that
Abyss, man. Dude, Abyss is like the fucking Kane of fucking TNA. Like, I'm sick and tired of that dude.
Man. And the knockouts, champion is I know Kong came back.
Wait a minute. I just had a revelation. How is Drew Galloway going to be afraid of Taryn Terrell?
Is he TNA now?
Yeah. He recently came to TNA.
Oh, no way. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know if
Yeah, by the way, Taryn Terrell's knockout champion.
Oh, okay.
I would have guessed Havoc. When did Havoc lose the belt?
She lost in like a triple threat match, like their last tapings before they left Spike TV.
I don't even know who Havoc is.
And then Ace, the X Division champion, you're never going to guess this. It's Rockstar Spud right now.
Really? Hey, little guy that was with Dixie. I did see a couple of, I was going to say Raws, a couple impacts when they went to Six Side, and he was funny as shit. I liked that guy.
Yeah, cool. So he's the X Division champion right now. So there you have it, guys. There's Ace trying to guess TNA champions. There's our TNA talk. Now let's talk about a former TNA champion. Once again, he's going to appear on WWE television. He's finally going to answer Triple H's challenge. I mean, Triple H just had to have like 5 promo segments to remind us that he has to come. But nonetheless, Sting is going to come and accept Triple H's challenge. And most likely, we're all guessing this is probably going to be, Triple H saying that, like, hey, you're going to face me at Mania. Probably Triple H will get the upper hand, and Sting will be all silent until Mania. Honestly, I hope this is a curveball. I really do. Because Ace says it all the time to me when we talk about this. When you're picturing dream matches for Sting, Triple H doesn't even come to fucking mind. No one is sitting there mocking up their fucking dream cards and putting Sting and Triple H in any variation or situation. You can have Undertaker booked, you can have Cena booked, you can have so many fuckers booked, and no one is thinking in their minds, oh, Sting versus Triple H is the match I want to see. So I hope there's like a curveball, and Triple H says, to get rid of you, I have to send the man that's from the dead. And then the Undertaker comes out and we get Undertaker Sting. I don't give a fuck if you marks were like, they're too old. I don't give a fuck. If you're going to have Sting and Undertaker under contract, you have them face off. Fuck Bray Wyatt. They're like, honestly, guys, really? Bray Wyatt versus Taker? Oh, God. What a waste of time. Sting versus Taker. Now, that's a match. That's a dream match. That's a main event for you guys. You guys don't want to see Cockfist versus Brock Lesnar? Well, here's a real main event for you. Sting and Undertaker. Sting and Triple H, I'm sorry. I'll say this. I don't care about the feud. But the writing of this feud is fucking excellent. This is a Sting feud. This feels like what Sting should be. This is like, if you guys never watched WCW, bam. There you go. This is how Sting was booked as the Crow. It's not to the exact T. It's not as epic as it was once before. But it's still good writing. It's still interesting television. Even though Triple H is coming out there cutting the same fucking promo and being shoved down our damn throats and trying to be treated like he's some big fucking deal, it still feels like a big time match and it still has excellent writing. I'm not going to take that away. I think Sting and Triple H is written to perfection. It's just, I don't think this is the right opponent for Sting. If you're going to have Sting do something, he faces Undertaker. I mean, yeah, Sting versus Triple H, Sting is mostly guaranteed to win. But even then, come on, man. You have to have Sting versus The Undertaker. That's just me. But we all know it's probably going to be Triple H talking for 40 minutes. Sting will do something, lead to a stare down. This is awesome chance. Holy shit chance. You know the fans. Triple H pedigrees, and it's like, yeah, the game, it's all about the game, and how you play it. And then Michael Cole will oversell, like, I think that's the first time Triple H has been in Sting's head. Oh, Michael, you better watch out. There's going to be a fight brewing at WrestleMania. Ha ha! So there you go.
Just hearing it, it's just like, you can, like, I'm picturing it. I'm picturing Triple H's arms in the air. I was going to say, what if from the other side of the coin, I mean, they're not going to do this because this would make Triple H look like a fucking loser. But what if Triple H was all like, hey, I want to fight you, Sting. And Sting was like, the only reason I came here is because I don't want to face you. I want to face Taker. They're not going to do it. It makes Triple H look like an idiot. But that's just the thing. It's like not exactly in the same level, but like people are still talking about, you know, I guess 20 years later, that Ric Flair and Hogan should have main evented WrestleMania 8. And, like, this, I feel like for years people have talked about this, and they've been so close so many times. And you know what's funny, ironically? You remember WrestleMania 27, when everyone was like, oh, Sting and Taker are going to fight, and then it was Triple H? Or WrestleMania 31, everyone's like, oh, Sting and Taker are going to fight. Nope. Here's the game.
It's all about the game. You know, you put, I mean, like, let's look at Triple H and his ego, dog. This dude's ego is huge. I mean, this guy at WrestleMania 29 was retired. Came out of retirement to face Brock Lesnar in a retirement match. Like, what the fuck? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Triple H is one of the most hilarious human beings alive. I wish I had his ego. I wish I had his savviness. I wish I had his mindset for the business. No doubt about it. I have nothing against Triple H. Triple H is one of my favorites. But this dude is like the biggest egomaniac. Like, I could just see him. Like, when they signed Sting, he's like, oh, Vince, thanks for giving me a big WrestleMania match. And then later on, Vince is all like, oh, Hunter, it's actually for Taker. Oh, it's all right. I'll just go face Dwayne. And when The Rock said no to Triple H threw like a biggest spit in the locker room. He was crying. He was like, it's not fair. Dwayne said he would do it. Dwayne said that he would face me at WrestleMania 31. It's not fair. Hunter, it's all right. No, it's not all right. Why does he have to go to movies? Why can't he wrestle me? It'd be a great match. And what can I do to calm you down? I want Sting. But what about Taker? No, screw Taker. It's about me, Vince. I do so much. What does Taker do? All he does is sit at home and get fat. I'm here every day. I deserve it. All right, Hunter, we'll give you what you want. We will give you Sting. Like, Triple H was throwing a baby. Like I can just totally picture Triple H just throwing a fit because The Rock said no. Because that's the only reason why this match is happening. It's because The Rock is like, yeah, I got like Furious 7 and like 2 other movies to promote. Sorry, Hunter, I can't wrestle you.
I remember we were talking about it when it happened, but how funny was that conversation they had on the SmackDown anniversary?
Yeah.
Like you were saying, like they probably didn't even write that. They were just talking. Like the cameraman just saw them talking backstage.
The Rock and Triple H don't write their shit.
Oh man, yeah, you remember they're like, I hit you with an elbow. Well, actually, I don't remember that, Dwayne. I remember me kicking your ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, that was funny. Yeah, my predictions just we went a little off track. We go off track a lot. It's
Well,
fun.
that's why this is fun. We're not buckled down serious. Like I get it. Some people like it when people are more like in condulge, but at least we're staying on topic. It's not like we're like fucking talking about other wrestlers. We're talking about Triple H here, and we're sticking on topic of Triple H.
Yeah. So yeah, but my official predictions, pretty much exactly what you said. Sting's gonna come out, exchange awards. I still thought it was funny that like he challenged him to a face-off, and it's probably gonna be to accept a match, but he had to accept accepting the match. like they hyped up this big thing. It's like we will get Sting's decision, and anyways, yeah, exactly what you said. There's gonna be a rambling. You know, I came here because, you know, I always wanted to be here. I think Sting will talk. I don't know if he'll just stand there the whole time. I think he'll break his vow of silence. But, yeah, and then it's going to end with, Mania, I'll see you there. And then, like, Sting's about to walk away, and Triple H just pedigrees him, and Mago.
Mago. All right, Ross, what are your thoughts?
I think this is the exact same thing is going to happen. Triple H is going to hit a pedigree. And he's going to be standing tall because Triple H eventually has to get the upper hand on Sting. Like, Sting has done all this stuff to him, and it's really gotten to Triple H as a character, kayfabe-wise. And we saw what happened on Raw with Flair and how it brought out the old Triple H in a sense. Triple H has to do something here. So he's going to pedigree him, and the match is going to be official. Mania, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a long segment.
It's going to be so long.
Yeah, no, this is Triple H is going to break his own record, and like you said, and one thing we also forgot to point out, you know, since the network is free, this is kind of like the one opportunity where it's like, okay, you got to really maximize if you're going to go all the way with Triple H's thing, you really got to give Triple H the rub here. Because, you know, the last time the network was free in Survivor Series, you know, we got Sting's debut and Sting went over on Triple H. Now the network's free in February. Obviously, I think if the network is free in February, not only just to keep the customers after the whole hashtag cancel the WWE Network stuff that went on, but also I think it's because, hey, look, we're giving you this cool free segment with Sting. You guys remember Sting, right? We showed him up before. Let's show him up again. So you really got to maximize this Sting and Triple H feud with this free network BS. So there you go.
I just realized, yeah, we've never paid so far, at least, like in next month too. We've never paid for a Sting segment because Survivor Series was free. Raw was free, obviously, and now Fastlane is free. So we've never paid for Sting.
Yeah, we never paid for Sting, man. Sting's just coming in for free. Do you think that comes out of Sting's paycheck?
I'm sure he's more comfortable than any of us.
I'm pretty sure he's more comfortable than any of the active roster members right now.
He's definitely making more than Justin Gabriel.
Justin Gabriel. Okay. So now we move on to the main event of the evening. We have the cockfist Roman Reigns versus the farm animal Daniel Bryan. A singles match to determine who would face the current WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world, the Destroyer, the Conqueror, Brock Lesnar. This match is going to be very interesting. I think it will be the match of the night. Pretty much Daniel Bryan's going to carry Cockfist throughout the whole match. I ain't going to deny it. Yeah, I may not be the biggest Bryan fan in the world, and yes, I love Cockfist more. But yeah, Daniel Bryan's going to carry him for most of the night. We don't know what the hell is going to happen at the end. This could be open-ended. For me, this is how I would end it. Cockfist spears Daniel Bryan. 1, 2, 3 goes on to WrestleMania. That's how I would end it. I know a lot of you guys are upset by it, but really, to be honest, you got to make a Royal Rumble winner look strong this year. If you're going to give him the Royal Rumble win, you have to go all the fucking way. You have to. You have no other option. Otherwise, you should have given it to Daniel Bryan. That's just me when it comes down to it. Some people are speculating Sheamus to return and kick Daniel Bryan in the face. That would be hilarious in itself because it's...
That'd be... How mad would that would be so funny. Like, I'd probably be pissed, but I would be laughing so hard because that would just be like the biggest fuck you.
Yeah, no, and the reason why I would be laughing because it's like the WWE is trying to tell us, like, you must see Sheamus and Daniel Bryan. Like, for whatever reason, they love this match. They love Sheamus and Daniel Bryan.
I guess they kind of work well together, but fuck, like, that, like, just... Like, it'll be funny for the moment, and I'll laugh, but then, like, when it's, Bryan and Sheamus at Mania, I don't know how much I'll be laughing.
Yeah, exactly. I won't be laughing. I'll just be laughing at the moment, like you said, and then afterwards be like, oh, fuck, I have to deal with this fucking storyline.
Everyone keeps saying that someone's going to screw it for Bryan. Like, at first we were like, oh, Ziggler's going to cost him, and Bryan. And now it's like, oh, Sheamus is going to cost him. And so... For me, I don't want another triple threat match because we just saw that last year.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like I feel like either one of these people would be a good choice, which in a way is kind of good.
Yeah.
Just I don't the way they were hyping Reigns in the Reigns Lesnar thing in the Connecticut Raw or whatever for the snow delay. Like it was something that actually sounded interesting, but. Yeah. Just it's going to be so tainted. The fact that they put Bryan in there at all is just going to taint it because now people. I don't know how this is supposed to make people want Reigns to win afterwards because we're going to go into Mania and Lesnar. Apparently, Lesnar's not going back to UFC, or so I read on some article. So,
so Lords of Pain hooked me up with that inside notes.
Insider information, people. But like
that span 263, he has all the inside information.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is. But if he stays. Shout out to him. Sorry.
Shout out to him.
But if he stays, now there's going to be people that are like, oh, well, since Lesnar won last year, why don't we just have Lesnar win again? And there's going to be half the people that turn on
and that would be fine if Lesnar won again. For me, at the end of the day, Seth Rollins has to walk out of Mania as champion. You've been tiny penis aside and everything. He has to walk out as champion.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, for me. Originally I wanted a Shield triple threat match, but then at the same time it was like, well, Lesnar just ended the fucking streak. Are you really gonna take the belt off?
See, the Shield triple threat match, I think it's like that's the one main event no one would be pissed off about.
No, yeah, everyone. See, the only thing is that a lot of people would be pissed at Roman because they'd want Dean to win.
Yeah, that's
either like whatever they do, someone's gonna be pissed at Reigns. There's nothing they can do to get everyone to like him. But I really don't think having him face Bryan before a main event is going to help him at all.
Yeah, like honestly.
But should I, like, as horrible as it sounds, at least if he like beat up Kane at a big show, nobody likes them. So it's like, okay, well, fuck, whatever. Then again, when he took them out at the Rumble, people were just pissed off in general. So. But I don't know. It feels weird. Like, it's been a good face rivalry, which we haven't had for a while. But like, I don't think it's doing him any favors. At least, I actually really like the ending Raw segment where they were like brawling. That it looked really cool. That really hyped me up for the match too. But I think my official prediction Reigns because, Bryan did just do it last year. I'm not saying that because he did it last year he shouldn't do it this year because that's just dumb. I mean, you're allowed to main event more than one Mania if you deserve it. But I don't know. Especially just Bryan and Lesnar just feels weird. Like, it would have made more sense at SummerSlam if Lesnar was the one to beat Bryan, but, we couldn't predict the injury. So, if we get it at Mania, it'll still be a good match. It'll just be weird because either Lesnar's going to win and people are going to be like, oh, fuck, burying Bryan, or Bryan's going to win, and all those same people are going to be like, man, that's so unbelievable. Like, fucking Brock Lesnar, are you kidding me? So Reigns, it is believable, and even if Reigns does beat Lesnar, people will be like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And then if Rollins cashes in, everyone's going to be happy anyway. So that would really solidify too. Like, I mean, for the last year, they've been pushing Rollins as like their main heel and like their biggest heel. But that would just solidify it so much. There's never been a cash in at Mania.
Yeah,
It'll be
exactly.
a really big moment, especially like if you do have Ambrose and Barrett. I was almost at Wade, but it's bad news now. Let's say you have him win the Intercontinental Championship. You have Seth Rollins beat Randy Orton. You have
Oh, what? That ain't
Roman
gonna happen.
Reigns. You have Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar, and then you have Seth Rollins win the title. All of the Shield wins championships, and just maybe one day down the road. I think eventually they're going to do the triple threat match. It's just because how can you not? That's like not doing Cena Taker at Mania. Oh wait.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like you have to go. You have to go there. You have to go to the Shield triple threat at one point. Like I don't care when, but you have to go there.
Eventually.
But the thing with this Reigns and Bryan feud that I also want to mention, it just feels like this could actually be a Mania feud. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could actually be doing this at WrestleMania instead of Fastlane. Like, let's say instead of having Roman Reigns or Daniel Bryan win the Rumble, you give, like, fucking Dolph Ziggler the Rumble. I mean, Reigns and Bryan at Mania, I think, would be really good. And the way they're building this up, it feels like this is not going to be the end of the feud. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like, it doesn't feel like this is going to have, like I'm going to feel disappointed is what I'm trying to say, no matter who wins this match, because it feels like you can get a lot more out of this feud. That's just me. I just feel like this feud can continue on to further heights, which is kind of disappointing that we're not going to see it finish, really. But hey, it is what it is. Ross, what's your prediction on this match?
I think it's going to be a great match. Like you guys said, it's probably going to be the match tonight. I really like what they've done with it. It's just been really nice to see how they've changed Reigns, and hopefully they keep him this way. This is how he should be. And even when he was cutting the corny promos, I still liked them, but it was just the promos were like overbearing, and it was like eventually I was probably gonna have enough if he kept doing that. But the way I see this going down, I think we're gonna have some interference in this match. It's inevitable. We're gonna see J&J Security get involved or something. I know they're associated with Rollins, but they're gonna be involved, maybe, or Big Show and Kane or something like that. So some of them are gonna get involved. Bryan's gonna be, pushing them off. Maybe Reigns will be doing it too. And I think we're gonna get a draw. I think they're gonna go with the triple threat Mania, and it's gonna be the worst idea ever. But I think that's what they're gonna do. I don't know how they're gonna do the draw, but I think that's what they're gonna do. But if I had to pick a winner, I just can't see Reigns not going on to Mania. So if I have to pick one guy, that's who I'm gonna pick. But I think they're gonna go with a draw here, of some shape or form. But honestly, Sheamus coming out and teasing that he's going to side with Reigns, or not teasing that he's going to side with Bryan, only to turn on Bryan and kick him. I don't think that'd be the worst idea in the world. I know when you think about
it's just hilarious. It's just like, it's a hilarious idea.
When you think about that on paper, I don't think it's the worst idea, because you can bring up WrestleMania 28 and you can flip-flop it. Bryan could be the sympathetic one. 3 years ago, you took my moment away. I need to get past you so I can regain my title again. And Sheamus can be all arrogant and snobby about it. It would work in my head, at least. I don't know if that's what they would do.
Just that it's Bryan again.
It's just like because it's Sheamus and Bryan, or that's the hilarious part.
Yeah.
And guys, a bullshit match was added to Fastlane.
Uh-oh.
Yes, it's actually the 6-man tag match minus J&J Security. So it's Seth Rollins, Kane, and Big Show versus Ziggler.
Close, man, I was so close. No.
Versus Ziggler, Garbage Man, and Ryback. The Cena Boys versus the Authority, guys. Team Cena. So there you go. That the 6-man tag has been added.
Man, fuck, we watch too much of this shit.
Yeah,
too long.
We honestly really do watch too much because that's the thing. When you kind of watch too much, you kind of know a little bit too much, and then you're just like, you're not really that like excited for it. But there's still some excitement, like because like Reigns versus Bryan. I was excited about the match dynamic itself because, like, you know, it's like bigger dude Roman Reigns versus, you know, Daniel Bryan, and, you know, it's going to be a fun match, and, like, you know, people are not going to be happy at the end of the day. Like, for me, if Bryan wins, I'm not totally against it. I'll just be pissed off because it's like, then why did you even have Roman Reigns win the Rumble? What was the point of even teasing us with this new dude if you're just going to stick with the same old shit, you know? Yeah, but... hey, we all know that Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar should be the main event, WrestleMania 31, or Sting versus Undertaker. Those two matches should have main evented. But
I want to say too. Do you think we'll get a Lesnar sighting? I feel like we have to get one.
Oh, you know what? The only way I'll like if the draw, like what Ross was saying, if Lesnar comes out and says "fuck these two," I'll take on both of them. You know what I'm saying?
Especially because it's like last year I beat Taker. This year, you know, I'm gonna beat two guys. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like if Ross's idea with the draw, it's Lesnar coming out and it's just Lesnar being a beast and shit, then yeah, it won't be my fantasy, it won't be my ideal, but at least you're trying to solidify Brock Lesnar being a beast, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like keep up the momentum of him being a beast.
You can't end Lesnar's year just like without looking a little strong. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The streak, like he beat the fucking streak.
Yeah, so like if Ross's idea of the draw is going to happen, then I have like a Lesnar signing would be wanted. Like, you know, Lesnar comes out, just beats the shit out of them, saying like, you know, I beat Cena and Seth, I beat the streak, I'm not afraid of you two, I don't care who I face, you know, that type of deal.
Exactly.
Yeah, they haven't been utilizing good old Brock Lesnar lately on TV that well. I mean, all he does is stand there.
They haven't really now.
Probably think about Jimmy Johns.
Was sick though, like that Raw before the Rumble when he came out.
They might as well just turn Lesnar babyface. The fans want to cheer him anyways.
Yeah, they should.
Like I'll say this right now. People are well documented. I'm not the biggest Lesnar fan in the world. I'm just not. He's not my flavor. And that surprises a lot of people because I like a lot of big guy wrestlers. I just was never really a big fan of Brock Lesnar. But recently, I've started to like Lesnar more. Like, I actually like this guy a little bit more. And I don't know what it is. Maybe because that Royal Rumble match was actually the first match where I actually saw him try since the CM Punk match, where he actually was like, hey, I should actually put in effort and actually be good in this match. So, I don't know. That's another reason why I don't like Lesnar is because he's not really passionate about the wrestling business. He's only in it for the money, which is true. So.
I mean, to each his own. I mean, if he can... if I do what he does, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's true. I would too.
5 million, I'd do that. But it does look kind of shitty, just especially when you're watching it. And it's so hard to watch guys who aren't passionate in anything. It's not just for wrestling. If you're watching someone who's playing baseball for the money or hockey for the money or whatever, right? When they're just doing it for the cash, you can tell, and it's not. It's like the last season of Friends when they were all making like $1 million an episode and no one gave a fuck.
They're just like, yeah, we can do the same jokes. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Ross, you divorced again? Oh, fuck you.
Fucking loser.
I'll be there for you. Friends is on Netflix, by the way, guys. You should definitely check that out.
I'm like season 8 now. It's bad.
Shit. Hey, it's a good show. It's a good show. Anyways, guys.
Show.
Another...
So you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna even mention it right now.
Prison Break?
Yes.
The Rich Eisen show?
Yeah. The Rich
Eisen show. If
Nobody's gonna get that except for me.
Well, if you guys watch Prison Break, one of the people in Prison Break looks exactly like Rich Eisen. It's hilarious.
Isn't Lori from Walking Dead in that show?
I think so. I don't think they debuted yet. Ace, don't spoil.
Yeah. Ace.
I didn't know. That's all I heard. I just heard she was in it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't even know who she is, so I couldn't even tell you.
There you go. Just don't watch Walking Dead. There you go. You're good.
Yeah. Yeah, like pretty much pretty much Prison Break is a fun show to watch. Ross and I like to make a lot of wrestling references while we watch a show. That's what we normally do most of the time when we watch shows. We talk like we're wrestling fans, like, oh man, poor guy didn't get put over in that situation. Hashtag tweener.
My dad does this every time we're in like a movie and someone's a bad guy. He looks at me and he's like, "So he would be the heel, huh, Ace?" And I'm like, "Shut up."
I say face. Okay, I don't know, but we will end the podcast on this note. We're like, how often do you use wrestling terms? Because I say marking out, I say face, I say heel, I say heel turn. Like, what a heel turn! I say stuff that like people say as wrestling fans.
I've got all my friends saying botched whenever somebody.
Yeah, I say botched. I'm like, that was so botched.
I say a lot of those. I don't say marking out because I don't think anyone else would understand it.
I don't like marking out. It feels so. I just think it's like shitty match striker, so I can't.
I'm marking out, bro.
I can't use marking out anymore. I don't like to use heel, but I like to use babyface. Somehow the word heel just
see, for me, I go like, man, that's such a heel move, and then that sounds smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, what a heel. And then like people are like, what does that mean? Like, bad guy, and they're like, oh, okay, that sounds cool.
I like babyface. I don't like using heel. What other terms? Nobody understands what kayfabe is when I try to.
I sometimes I slip in kayfabe is dead. I'm like, oh, I broke sometimes I'll say, oh shit, I broke kayfabe there.
I don't use too many other terms, but I use over actually. I use that for like.
Oh yeah, I do say that, man. That person's over right now.
I use that like when people are catching on someone. See, I've never heard it like the reverse of that would be under. Like you never say like something. Oh man, Roman Reigns is so under.
Oh, I do say buried. I do say like, man, that guy got buried. I do say that. I'm like, man, you got buried in that relationship.
And I just think of Triple H pedigreeing somebody every time. Pedigree.
Sometimes I say like, do you guys use any wrestling catchphrases or no? Because I can't think of any good ones recently. Like sometimes if I'm excited, I mock Seth Rollins going, yeah, just because it's funny.
When Daniel Bryan first started doing the yesing, I did it. But it got old pretty fast, so I stopped.
Sometimes I still do the Austin what?
Oh, I do that. Nobody likes me though when I do that. They hate it. They hate it. And granted, I fucking hate it when people did that too. So I think, I don't know if I use any other catchphrases.
I'm not gonna say to my friend. Yeah, I'm not gonna say to my friend, I sold out. I didn't sell out. I bought it.
See, and every time he says that, I think of Jeff Jarrett. Like,
You mean Jeff Hardy?
No, Jeff Jarrett. Like when he was doing the MMA thing, he's like, "For the last time, I didn't sell out. I bought in."
I think of Jeff Hardy from Immortal. He's like, I didn't sell out. I bought in.
They both said it. Well, I guess they all sold out.
Yeah.
Bastards.
No, Jeff Hardy did not. He was just trying to make himself a better person. I like that Jeff Hardy. That Jeff Hardy was funny.
To the top. Or no, it was another me song.
Another
me is not what's supposed to be. Another life like this you'll never see. Another me is what there must be. Another me is what there better be. You guys know the rest of the song. Anyways, Ross, is there any final words you want to say to the people?
No, but if you like what you heard from me, feel free to check my channel out.
All right, then. Acers?
Well, I don't have a channel to check out, but you're more than welcome to follow my Instagram and Twitter if you feel like it. Or add me on Snapchat or something. I don't care. I like the odd dick pic. As long as it's Roman's dick pics.
Oh, goddamn. All right. You guys know what to do. You can hit that subscribe button down below. Follow me on Twitter at ChaseAuburn68. Make sure you guys check out the other content that's on this channel. Yes, I know I haven't been uploading as of late, people, but school is kind of rough, and it really is right now. But hopefully it lightens up for the good old chasers, and you guys will get more fun content from me. If not, enjoy your guys' day. Watch Fastlane. And if you're going to miss Fastlane, sorry. Actually, no, sorry. Good for you. You're making a good choice for your life. Anyways, guys, when life gives you lemon, don't make lemonade. make pineapple juice. See you guys later.